Hello, and welcome to A Reader's Paradise. I'm your host, Earl Sewell. This is a great place to hang out if you love hearing literature performed for you, as well as hearing author interviews. Hello, and welcome to A Reader's Paradise. Episode 9 is where we are at now, and I want to thank everyone who tunes in from around the country to listen to the show. And matter of fact, not only in the United States, but in Canada, Germany, London, and South Africa. So I appreciate all of those folks who tune in and listen. Well, before we get on, a quick little note here. I want to let everybody know that the audiobook of Lenny Gray is out, and it is doing wonderfully. I have gotten a number of really, really positive reviews. Matter of fact, all 5-star reviews on the book. Not only positive comments about the story itself, but positive comments about my narrating the story. For those of you who don't know, Lenny Gray is a work of historical fiction I wrote that takes place between 1918 and 1951. And the story is about a woman who is trying to escape poverty for a better life in a northern city, but she is forced into a marriage to a loathsome man. But anyway, in the book, I perform 39 different character voices. And I know that sounds like a very large number, but I actually did do it. And what readers have been really appreciating about the work is my ability to make a distinction between characters so that they know who's talking at all times. So, with that said, let's talk about this episode, episode 9. I have had the wonderful privilege of speaking at a local high school here in my area. It's called Evanston High School. And for those of you who don't know, in addition to all of the historical fiction I write, I also write young adult literature. And so I was brought to the school to perform one of my stories called Keysha's Drama. Now, the young adult series is is for teenagers, teens and tweens between the ages of 12 and 18. And so Keysha's Drama is a story or a book that came out a number of years ago. Matter of fact, it'll be a decade ago. But the story is still very, very popular. And I guess it's the messaging that is in the story that really resonates with readers. The Keysha's Drama series is actually 8 books long. So Keysha's Drama is the first book in the series, followed by 7 others, and they all build upon each other. So if you have a teen or tween that you would like to encourage to read, have them go over and check out Keysha's Drama. You can find a list of all of the titles over on my Amazon page. So just hop on over to Amazon, type in Earl Sewell, and then you will see a listing of all of my books. The distinction between my young adult books and adult books is pretty straightforward. All of my teenage books have the logo called Kimani True. And you can tell by the marketing and the packaging of the book, there's a young lady on the cover. And you can tell right away that she's a teenager and that these books are my teen series. So, with that being said, let me set you up here for what you're about to enjoy. You are about to enjoy a really, really wonderful treat. Like I was saying, I recently was at Evanston High School, and I got to perform a scene from my novel, Keysha's Drama, for about, I want to say roughly, probably about 60 to 70 students, somewhere around there. And I love performing this story because I love audience participation in the story. And it also lets me know that the audience is with me because there are no tricks or gimmicks to my presentation. It's just me. And I sort of like to create a one-man stage play, if you will, when I read the book. And that one-man stage play includes audience participation so that the students are fully present with me in the moment as I narrate the story, as I perform the story. So what I did this time is I bought an extra phone with me, one of my old iPhones that I don't use anymore, and I decided to sit it in the room and hit record so that I could record me reading the story and capture the interaction of the students. So I did that, and it worked fairly well. You can in the audio, you will hear a lot of room noise and a lot of rustling because of the space that we were in. There's not much I can do about that, but you do hear me fairly clearly, and you will hear the students as they respond to me. Another thing I want to set up for you is that Keysha. So before I get into the performance of Keysha's drama, let me give you a little bit of background and setup. Whenever I perform this work, I have the students participate with me. I will give out a call that goes, "This is a," and then I have them in return or in response to me say dramatization. So there are several points in the audio where you will hear me say, "This is a," and then you will hear the students respond to me, dramatization. And so that is just me reminding them that although this is the scene that I'm reading is of a conflict between two girls, because I don't condone violence, but I just let them know this is just a dramatization of the situation that I have created in the fictional world of Keysha. Also, there are several times where once I know I have the students hooked, I also tell them to repeat after me so that the students have an investment in the story, so that they have an investment in the outcome of what happens to the character. And you will hear that come through very, very clearly in the audio. Again, I want to give you a little forewarning. The audio on it, it's very roomy. You can hear a lot of rustling and things going around. But if you can just tune your ears into, my performance and how the students are participating in the performance, I think you will enjoy it. So let's take a deep breath. Let's get into our story. I'm going to perform this from Keysha's drama. And when I do it, remember, I'm going to call you into the story so that you can be a part of it. Yes, yes?
Yes, yes.
All right. Here we go. I didn't go directly home after school because I was afraid to. I spent an hour hanging around the basketball court watching shirtless boys shoot baskets. It was cool for a while. It was cool for a while. But this gang of girls who were there started making fun of me because of my bad skin and my damaged hair. So I left. As I walked home, I began to think, if my mother hadn't come home to pay the rent, then I knew I would have to leave. But I didn't know where I'd go. As I approached my building, I saw Toya sitting on a stoop with Junior's father. I was so happy to see her. I rushed up the street calling out her name. Toya! I shouted out. And Toya gave me a nasty look that made me drop the smile off my face. What's going on, wench? Excuse you? I snapped at her. This is up.
Dramatization.
Give me a minute to deal with her, she said to her boyfriend. He glanced at me with judgmental eyes before stepping away to sit in a car which was parked in a vacant lot near the building. Why did you leave me hanging like that? Toya asked. Her voice was edgy and full of confrontation. Toya, I got scared. What was I supposed to do? The police were arresting you. You were yelling and hollering. What was I supposed to do? You were supposed to have my back. Toya pushed me in the shoulder and I packed up. She wanted to fight me. And I could see it in her eyes. This is it. Toya, look. We just have a big misunderstanding here. I said, trying to calm her down. Other people who were hanging out on the block started paying attention to our conflict. If we kept up our loud argument, it wouldn't be long before a crowd would form and encourage us to knuckle up our fists and beat each other senseless for their entertainment. No. Everybody say no.
No.
Say it like you mean it. No.
No. Say it.
All I know is I should kick your butt for what you did. Because of you, the Department of Family Services took Junior away from me. They took Junior away from you? I was surprised by that. Yeah, and it's all your entire fault. She said, absolutely convinced of her reasoning. This is her
Dramatization.
How's that my fault? I told you not to bring that boy in the first place. I called you, Keysha, because I wanted you to come and get him from me. I didn't care about going to jail because I knew I'd get out. But I didn't want to bring Junior with me. Instead of helping me, you ran your little scared butt out the door. This is up. You know what? You know what? I stopped backing away from her, and I stood my ground. That is not my fault. I told you that if something went down and we needed to get away, Junior would be a problem. You should have thought about the consequences before taking him along with us. That's why you always blaming other people when things don't go right for you. No. Everybody say no.
No.
That's not the way I see it. Toya pushed me, and you know what? I pushed her back. Everything that went wrong is your fault. I would have gotten out of that quicker had you not been lollygagging with that sales girl. Fight! I heard someone on the street yell out. Before I knew it, oh, there were people gathering to watch the outcome of our conflict. Toya. Everybody say Toya.
Toya.
One more time. Toya.
Toya.
Let's not do this. Everybody say, let's not do this.
Let's not do this.
One more time. Toya.
Toya.
Let's not do this.
Let's not do this.
I pleaded with her. I pleaded with her. We've been friends for far too long. Oh, no. I'm about to beat you down. Toya reached into her back pocket.
No.
Toya reached into her back pocket and she pulled out the straight razor she'd shown me a few days earlier. I quickly backed up because I didn't want to end up with a facial scar like my mother's friend Simon. She opened it up. And she swung at my face, but I was too far away. It wasn't my fault. I shouted at her, hoping to get her to see my point of view. Why are you always starting fights? I asked, but I didn't get a response. I quickly scanned the ground in search of a weapon, but I did not find one. Come on, Keysha. You can't run. It's about to go down. She taunted me. I was a nervous wreck. I didn't know what to do. I couldn't run. I couldn't turn and run because there was a crowd of people surrounding us. And I certainly didn't want to step forward and risk getting split open by a razor. Toya, please. Everybody say, Toya, please.
Toya, please.
Say it like you mean it. Toya, please.
Toya, please.
I pleaded with her, but she swung at me again. This time, she aimed for my face. Somebody help me! I shouted out. While someone from the crowd answered back, help yourself! Everybody say, help yourself!
Help yourself!
Toya! Toya! Oh, Toya. How was I supposed to know that was going to happen, huh? I asked. I figured that if I kept talking, I might get through to her. I mean, why would I want to see them take your baby away from you? Because. Everybody say because.
Because.
Say it again. Because.
Because.
You wanted to have a baby with Ronnie, but you couldn't get pregnant. She snuggled back at me. I said, that's not true, and you know it. I shouted at her. She swung at me again. This time she almost got me on the nag. Everybody say nag. The circle of people surrounding us was getting tighter. And I had absolutely nowhere to go. If you want to fight me, then fight me fairly, I said, wanting her to put the razor down. She didn't answer me. We just kept circling each other, cautiously, like two angry lions looking for the right moment to strike. She was much closer to me now. And she swung at me again. I held out my hand to protect my face, and the flesh between my thumb and first finger got nicked by the edge of the razor. And that's where I was.
No, keep going. Wait, right here.
Well, as you can see, I had an absolutely wonderful time. As you can see, the students appeared to have a great time, as well as you heard one of the students say, no, don't stop there, because they wanted me to continue to perform the book or continue to form a scene from my novel, Keysha's Drama. After the reading, I explained a bit about the book and a bit about conflict resolution and what happens to our bodies biologically when we are in stressful situations. I talked about the human body's stress response system and how the body gets flooded with cortisol and adrenaline. And when the body does that, how your thinking center or your prefrontal lobe in your brain loses its blood supply and thus causes us to lose our ability to think rationally in heated moments. So it wasn't just reading the drama for the drama's sake. I was also educating the kids as to what happens to them, what happens to us all when we're in extremely stressful situations. Well, I truly hope you enjoyed that performance. Again, if you want to get Keysha's Drama for someone you love or a young person in your life or yourself, because I know there are a lot of adults out there who love reading young adult literature, all you have to do is go to Amazon, Barnes & Noble, or iTunes and type in Keysha's Drama, or you can type in my name, Earl Sewell, and a listing of all of my books will come up for you. If you want to follow me, you can follow me on social media at facebook.com/Earl Sewell's Think, Write, Inspire, or you can follow me at facebook.com/author Earl Sewell. Until next time, happy reading.